All right, let's go, boys. I am totally not pretending to be overly enthusiastic for the sake of the video. We are here because I have been approached by someone in the YouTube comments by the name of Joe Mama, who asked, super cool, can you do a tutorial for this stealth genre on my remix of user interface by stealth? Now, I'm not quite sure what they mean by that. However, I thought, you know what? Why not? Let's have a look at this track and see if we can learn anything from it. So, first things first, of course, we are in FL Studio. This is an empty project, or at least as empty as it gets. Let's go through the process behind making the VIP of user interface by stealth. So the first thing we have to do, obviously, is figure out what we want to remix, right? So to do that, we're gonna open up Opera GX. All right. Then we're gonna go to SoundCloud. There we go. And then, very important, the first thing you do is you change the start view back to classic because it's just more comfortable. Then we're gonna go and find a track. Hold on, this is, yeah, it's very well designed. Ah, there he is, got it. All right, so let's have a look here. Aha! That's not the original. Hold up. We can do better than that. Never mind, we can't go better than that. That's about as good as we'll get it. So we're now gonna go and bother Stealth to send us the stems. So we're just gonna go to Discord and we're just gonna tell them to go send us the stems. I've obviously already done that, so we'll find those over here, and there they are. So what we do then is we then open them up and then we start working on it. And obviously, we're not going to do that now because that's a huge waste of time. So we're just going to look at the original project that I made for this VIP. Ignore all of the unreleased stuff. That's not important. There it is. There you go. Haha! Yes, so, right. Hold up. I need to fix that first. And there we are. We're back. All right. So, the first thing you'll notice is that Play could not find our license keys. That's correct. They're no longer installed. I don't even have those samples anymore. So, the first thing we're going to have to do is replace all of that. Is that Opera GX making noise in the background? Shut the fuck up. Go away. So, we have a couple things here. We've got the brass, which is supposed to have stuff loaded in it. Now, I don't remember what that stuff was, but it doesn't matter because we're removing it anyways. So we're replacing that with Opus, obviously. I don't know what that one does. It just leads nowhere. So we'll find that out as well. So we'll replace that with Opus as well, and we'll be back for that later. And I think that's pretty much it. So if FL wants to load, there we go. We can now look at it. And you can see there's a lot of samples because these are remix stems. So that's fun. And then a lot of garbage. And I do not remember any of this, and it's not properly organized at all. So that's brilliant, really. I need to now figure out. So I think I should have them labeled in here. Yeah, that's the brass. Right here. Oh, it's two different ones. So it's probably French horns and trombones I was to guess. And it looks like the French horns are the upper layers. So they're probably on channel 1. So we're going to do that. We're just going to get some French horns. Some nice long patches. Like this one. Yes. All right. Let's go with that. And then we're going to go and get some low brass. Sure, why not? Oh, yes. Yes, that's what you want. All right, let's have a listen to that. Yeah, that sounds that sounds pretty horrible. Actually, let me check if this... No, that makes my voice quieter. So what we're going to do is we're just going to lower the master volume. That'll fix it. Perfect. All right, cool. Next up, strings. Strings are also broken. We've got 2 channels here as well from the looks of it. Or is it even 3? It's 2 channels. We've got channel 1 and then channel 2. So I'm just going to assume they're first and second violins. So I'm just going to use the same patches. It doesn't really matter which one is which. I probably started with first violin, so they're probably on channel 1. But it'll be fine. These are mostly the same samples anyway. So we're going to go short. I'm going to go staccato umbo because I probably used that one. They sound quiet now, but hopefully they won't in a moment. Let's have a listen to that. Yeah, that kind of works. It doesn't sound as compressed as it did in the original. So there's probably better this way. So let's have a listen to the track, I suppose, and see what we can see. Let me fix this stuff over here so we can actually look at stuff properly. You've seen this all in the fucking... in the playthrough video. I'm not going to play through the whole thing. We're just going to look at the most important bits. So here we go. Alright. You can see my voice clipping up there. Just get used to that. It doesn't matter. It's clipping on the software anyway. It shouldn't leak into hardware out. And if it does, well, then too bad for you, I suppose. Right. Right, immediately we've got a problem. And that problem is, listen to that snare. It sounds terrible. Why does it sound terrible? Well, if I may move your attention over here real quick. Right. So first thing, we're going to have to find the snare. Is it this one? I just accidentally muted myself. I need to not do that. I need to turn that on. There we go. Right, where's the fucking snare? There it is. I found it. All right, cool. So that's a problem. Yeah, that doesn't work. It's too low. It's too low end. So easy fix here. There we go. That should improve it. Nope, that's made it worse. Never mind. All right. Next, it's too weak. Easy fix as well. We're just going to add some clipping stages. And I just completely forgot to switch back my window over. I probably was recording the wrong screen. Doesn't matter. That's what I did. I just moved the thing up a bit. Now, we're just going to cut it off right here. And then... there we go. I was going to bring it up. Next problem. It's not really hitting all that hard still because on our mastering... we're using this monstrosity, which is just kind of crunching the entire mix into one bass. Now, there's a problem with that. The problem is the transients just kind of go out of the window, so that's not great. So to solve that, what we're going to have to do is just completely remove it, pretty much. So we're going to do that. And now it sounds like this. And you can immediately see the problem here. We've got massive spikes everywhere. So that's no good. We can't have that. However, there's a solution for that as well. I'm just going to move this over here because I fucking had it. I cannot deal with this anymore. Go away, Neutron, or whatever the fuck that was. So what we're going to do to solve that issue is we're just going to install a bunch of clippers on the buses and hope that fixes it. Pre-master. All right. So pre-master, obviously these go in here. Route to this track only. This is now just going to have the clipper on it. That's not the right plugin. God fucking damn it. Put that there. All right, that should already improve it. It sort of has. All right, but that's not good enough because now we're clipping only on this channel and it's not great. It's not brilliant. However, very easy way of solving that is to just add more of them. I keep saying that, don't I? I mean, this is not hard. Anybody can do this. You can try all of this at home. Why? Oh, that's gonna get annoying. So this is actually like... this is like a mid-master. We've got like a chain master setup going on here. Look at this stupid nonsense. Right, go away. We don't need you. Did I just move the sub? Actually. You know what? Get the sub in here. It's convenient. We'll need it later anyways. So you're gonna go in here. And we're gonna rename you the pre-master because I am unoriginal. Which is why I've started making rhythm recently. So the way that works is we now have a clipping stage here. And here. Although this one's gonna be... Oh, no, post limiter. That's correct. Because we want to limit the peaks going out of the bass, not going into the bass. Very important. And that's now gonna change what appears here a bit. All right, that's already a lot better. Now this is problem is the track's now too quiet, so the simplest way of solving that is to just bring out the volume of all the submixes, because I can't be bothered to go through and fix all of the different things in here. That would literally take me hours. I don't have that amount of time, so we're just going to do it this way. See where the white line is, and we crank it. I'm going to try and find a place that has high melodic activity, like here. That's even less. Why? Alright, fine, that'll do. Is that also... That's also classified as bass. Look at that. Let's turn up the Corona bass. Alright, that needs some filtering is what that does. Alright. Yeah, we've got our drums there. So that's all right. We'll balance it afterwards. But now we want to make sure the drums actually have impact. So let's make sure this is all set correctly. I think that's clipping. Do I know why? Not really. I need to go somewhere with sub activity. Hold up. There we go. There's some sub. So what is that sidechain? That's terrible. Anyway. Oh, I know what the problem is. We need to sidechain the sub separately now. So just change the layout. So let's do that. Sidechain to you. There we go. That's a bit better. And now we can roll off of the basic bit on all the other stuff, actually. All right, let's make it loud. This is bass music. It needs to be loud. That's not loud enough. That's more like it. This is what we need. This is what we need. So, very important lesson learned here. Always clip all of your basses, and always turn the distortion stages up slightly more than what is comfortable, because that's how you get a good sounding master. Oh boy. Cool. Let's move away from that. Let's get to the arrangements. What did we actually do? So we've got a classic 2-drop setup here. And I wanted to keep the original kind of feel of the track. I mean, obviously, interface, the name of the track, user interface, and it has this vocal sample in it, which says interface.
Interface.
Yes. Based on that, I was just like, okay, I'm going to expand on that idea a bit. So I got a bunch of more samples.
Connecting to remote host.
Yes, there we go.
Secure shell tunnel established. Authenticating user.
There we go. So there's a bunch of those. And then I ran them through a convolver, basically. I ran them through Edison with blur enabled, but you can get the same effect by basically recording it, by putting it through a convolver forwards and then backwards. And it basically just, it reverberates the sound in both directions. It does this weird shit. Yes, and then you layer together.
Connecting to remote host.
That's not what I meant to do.
Connecting to remote host.
And you get this weird nonsense.
Secure shell tunnel established.
All right, so that's cool. Then what I did during the breakdown is, because it's basically like, you know, telling a story, we're kind of logging in and then we're downloading some stuff. And then we get kicked out, like right over here. Ouch, that's loud. I need to turn that down.
Session interrupted. Attempting to reconnect.
Right.
Access denied. IDS presence detected. Attempting to bypass access restriction.
That's actually a different voice. So that's on purpose. The whole point here is that we're switching into a different mode of attack. And then it does weird stuff to the beat. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room. The bass, which I think in the video even teased, is called Corona bass. Ain't that lovely? Right, so you hear those weird formants in there. Can you guess where those formants come from? You have any idea? Yes, that is exactly right. We are resampling the coronavirus. It is finally useful. You plug an image of an virus into the image resampler of Hammer, and then it makes weird things happen. So actually, just to demonstrate exactly how this works, we're going to remake the sound from scratch. Okay, so we're just gonna replace this with like nothing. So now it sounds like this. That's actually really dope, fuck. Right, so we're just gonna go here, and this is how we make this sound, right? We go into our presets, we find the Corona bass, and there you go. And it's basically the same. It's a bit different. I probably did something to it, but that's beside the point. It mostly works. So that's that. Then we've got the lead plug, this weird thing over here. Arpeggio, I suppose. This is what it's doing. Should we like this thing? Of course, it's not a hammer. And this was actually also it's very complicated. There's a lot going on, not in here, but like in the whole thing. But it's actually very straightforward. All you do is you just click on random knobs and you just move them about in a random fashion until it works. And you can actually see that I've automated most of those parameters. And most of that's just used in the build-up to the second drop. When we go to triplets, for no particular reason, I just thought it would be cool. Got Prism down here. Ain't that spicy? All right, so that's how that one works. Got Porter enabled apparently. I don't know why. I guess that's doing something. Is this what's breaking the mastering? Actually, that's fine now. Hey, what isn't fine? That kick's too high. Let's fix that. Oh wait, the kick isn't even. I didn't even make that, did I? I've just decided the kick's fine as it is. This, if you don't know, is seamless as snare maker presets. It's pretty useful. I got some SFX down here. What are those? That's kind of cool. So that's great. We also have... Oh yes, the main synth. Oh, I remember this thing. Now this, ladies and gentlemen, is rhythm. Now this is rhythm. We reverse it. Yeah! It gets even better though. Because then we have rebuild. That's why it says plus rebuild. God, why did I not name these? Oh, there it is. I did name it. Haha. All right, so there it is. And this enables us to do a lot of weird shit. By varying certain parameters, we can just change the way it sounds. Like this over here is the format shift, which does some funky shit later on. There you go. I don't remember what else I did over here. There's some weird stuff going on up here with the vocals. Because I think I resampled a bunch of these. What's this? Nope. Yeah, it's just a time stretch variant. That's a time stretch variant at a different pitch. So, again, it's a noise modifier. Or resonance mode, I suppose. And that's what it does. It basically just like randomly turns on and off frequencies. If you combine that with a really weird frequency distribution, like I've done with the Prism here, you get this kind of weird sound, which sounds a lot like the SRV scanner in Elite Dangerous. If you know, then you'll know. If you play it at the correct pitch with the correct settings, it's actually uncanny. It's hilarious. The rest is basically just percussion samples and bits of the original that's snuck in there. Yeah, and then master effects control, just stereo separation, high pass filters, and so on and so forth, which is used mostly just for build-ups and like building tension. And you know the whole thing. I'm not telling you anything new. None of this is new. None of this is revolutionary. It's just really bad. God, this track's just not all that great. It could have been a lot better if I made it nowadays and actually sorted out the mastering properly, but then I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And I had an interesting concept. It had potential. This just unfortunately fell a bit short. But yeah, there you go. I have literally no idea if this answered your question. My money's on no. I don't even know what the question was to begin with. But I guess it did give me an excuse to sort of fix this track. I mean... If anything, I've made the bass even crunchier. Yeah, you know what? I'm happy with that. That's pretty good. So there you go. That's Stealth User Interface Freddy 68 VIP. 2022 remaster, I suppose. I don't know. Yeah. If you have any questions about this, shove them